Okay, guys, so I'm back right here in my home studio. So let's go back to work mode. So, anyways, right now I am going to feature another DeFi project known as Howl Finance. The GM, everyone, this is Nomad Fury. So before we begin, I would like to fully disclose that this is a sponsored video. But even though that this is sponsored, my advice to you guys, just like in my previous videos, are going to remain the same. So kindly acknowledge the disclaimer that I have right here in this video and in the description, as this is only intended for educational and informative purposes. So I'm just going to show you how everything works right here on Howl Finance, and it's totally up to you guys if you want to check it out or not. So anyways, let's get on to it. Okay, guys, so this is what I'm talking about, the Howl Finance. So just simply head over to howlfinance.com. So just to let you know, guys, that I am not an endorser of this project. I am not an ambassador of them, and I am not part of their team. So this is just pure information. But it's totally up to you if you want in or not. That's on you already. So your money, your decision, your risk, your responsibility. And speaking of that, of course, if you want to participate, they have a fair launch right here, and you could see its countdown as of this time in recording this video. And for the NFT minting, it's already starting, in which you can claim BUSD rewards. So the minting price is around 0.09 BNB. The more rare the NFT, the more HAL tokens that you can get. So this is what they're claiming. Okay, so let's begin this quick overview about the HAL Finance. So about their project, guys, and I quote, so as developers of HAL Finance, they are creating an atmosphere of passive and residual drip income where you guys can start to accumulate before the bull run begins again. So I know that we're kind of a mini bull run right now, from the time that it went up from 17 to 18K. Now we are consolidating around 22.8 to 23K. But I cannot conclude yet if we're actually on a bull run. But let's just see what happens later on, okay? So as investors like us, we have seen it all, from memes that last a few days to projects that will last years to come. So they're here to create something that we can rely on with moderate but reasonable APR, with a lore story to follow along to, and lovely unique wolf pack NFTs. So the wolf brings the hunters out to play. As with being said, they're making something that could last regardless of market conditions, because with greater things comes a great community. So this is what Hall Finance is all about. But of course, guys, they are still subject to market volatility when it gets listed to exchanges later on, either in centralized or decentralized exchanges. So there are no promises when it comes to the price. So just proceed with extra caution. So they're saying that their project could last long regardless of the market condition. Now we're talking about bullish or bearish. But for me, we're not sure about that yet. But let's just see about that later on. Maybe in the next week, the next few weeks or so, about the progress of Howl Finance, to see if they do last long. So we cannot conclude yet for now. Let's scroll down, guys. So when it comes to their features, so they are bringing utility in many forms, including sustainability, passive income, trust, honesty, NFTs, SaaS, or what we call software as a service, and financial freedom. They have an ecosystem which provides a great way to gain during any market conditions. So just like what I have mentioned about the market conditions, we just simply don't know yet if they are going to live by their word, if they're going to survive it when the bear market comes again. And to scroll down when it comes to the utilization, I have already mentioned this one, and if you want to check out some in-depth information, so all you have to do is to download and read their white paper here. And of course, a little bit of introduction when it comes to their utility, starting off with the wolf swap. So I don't think I need to explain this, because it is quite the same as the other dexes out there. But under their own brand, which is the Wolf Swap. So we already know how DEXs work, especially for those of you who are active in the DeFi space. So we don't need a middleman. It is already out of the game when we are going to trade something from one token to the other. So we will be checking out their DApp later on. And of course, the same thing goes for Wolfolio. So I don't need to explain it a bit because I know you guys are already familiar of crypto portfolio. So it's already common in most DeFi projects out there, but under their own brand. And now, when it comes to their Wolf SaaS, or what we call as software as a service, so it's a software delivery model in which a software application is hosted by a third-party provider and made available to customers over the internet. So with their own native token, known as HAL, so they're providing a solution to many different types of services, including but not limited to swap, staking NFT, and other features that you see right here. And you can inquire for their software services. So we will be checking out later on, okay? And when it comes to the Wolf Pack, so these are what we call the NFTs. But I know you're already sick of those JPEG or NFTs that doesn't have any utility at all, especially for the long term. But what do they have in store for us as NFT collectors and enthusiasts? So they are tending to organize themselves into social groups known as packs, with individual animals both living and hunting together. So this behavior is in reference to them working together to accomplish goals such as hunting and surviving in the wilderness. So it comes with passive NFT staking. So no need to explain about NFT staking because you're already familiar with it, especially if you are into the DeFi space. We could mint and earn BUSD right now. So once you are going to stake this Wolf NFTs, you could earn daily BUSD rewards by minting from the Wolf Pack NFTs. So they are claiming to be seen on major NFT markets really soon. You could see right here, the total NFTs are 500. So this is just a limited number. And the mint price is at 0.1. So it's totally up to you if you want to mint and try it out. So you can just have to click here. And this is how it looks like for their Wolf NFT. Pretty shiny, by the way. This is just their utility. But I could have expected something unique and out of the box as well, aside from just doing the traditional NFT staking stuff or making it as one of these shiny collectibles. And of course, for the hunting grounds, or what we call as yield farming and staking. So I don't need to explain this because I know and you know how staking and yield farming works in the DeFi space. So it's all about the wolves are going to refuel and eat up and to gain strength and earn passive income. So all you have to do is to take part in the hunting ground and start gaining with the rest of the pack. Yeah, just like what I've said, they have their own farms, staking, and of course their staking pool. So I have to be honest with you guys. These utilities that we have seen right here on Howl Finance, there's nothing unique. I have to be honest with you guys. They're just being renamed under the Howl Finance. Just to make it really kind of interesting, but nothing unique at all. That's why I've seen right here, especially the fact that I'm already into the DeFi space for so long. They're just having the fancy names of it, but not bad when it comes to the looks of their NFT collection right here. Okay, you could see the Wolfpack NFTs. So this is the clip. So let's scroll down, and here is the tokenomics, guys. So they're claiming to have no tax associated to itself, as many others use this as a tool to take advantage of investors, and they're here to ensure everyone can trade and participate in our ecosystem with no charges or barrier to enter. So you could join the committee of Howl Finance. So I provided their social media channels as well, and you could see the tax breakdown right here. So I'm not going to read everything, just to show you a bit, or you can just check it in the website, whether you buy or you sell. So there's no tax, 0%. And I know what you guys think when it comes for a DeFi project to have an anonymous team with no verified LinkedIn accounts or revealing their faces. But they're claiming to be KYC'd and audited. So this is their team, by the way. Of course, these are just their avatars. So we just have to proceed with extra caution, especially the fact that the team is anonymous. So most of the DeFi projects out there with anonymous teams, I'm sorry to say, but they're scammers, they're rug pullers who are trying to run away with our hard-earned money. For now, guys, since this is just a new project, we just simply don't know what would be their intentions. Despite that they're KYC'd and audited, I don't really trust them. But I believe about letting their actions do the talking. If they're going to live up by their word and to meet the expectations from the community, well, let's just see about that. I'm just trying to be honest with you guys because this is a non-biased overview. So I just want to be transparent with you guys. But I am not an endorser, I am not an ambassador of this project, nor working with them or being part of their team. I'm just being honest. When it comes to encountering these projects with anonymous teams and has no verified LinkedIn account. So sorry to say, but we just have to be careful, guys, if you want to participate on this one. And I am not a financial or investment advisor. So this is just pure information. So let's just see their progress and developments in weeks and months to come. That is, if they still exist. And here are the other ones. And of course, guys, it's really important that we need to know where are they heading, like for the next month, for the next quarter or so. So you could see right here in the roadmap from stage 1 up to stage 4. But I already assume that we are already on stage 3. So this is what they're working on right now. But of course, let's just see what happens later on, okay? And of course, here's another issue that I have seen right here on Howl Finance. So when it comes to their partners, they're claiming to have already partnered with Twitter. I don't think so. Unless Twitter itself, like Elon Musk, have personally announced on his own Twitter account that we have already partnered with Howl Finance. That's where we could believe in. But to be honest, no. They haven't partnered yet. They just put their logo as partners, in which it didn't exist yet. Hopefully the team would look at this issue and concern that I have. To be honest, this is kind of misleading. You don't tag them as partners. But you can just mention that we are live on PancakeSwap. We have a Twitter account. We will be listed soon on CoinMarketCap, blah, blah, blah. But not as partners. Unless these platforms right here that we have seen are the ones announcing that we have already have a strategic partnership with Howl Finance. So this is just a concern, You have to change this. You just have to remove this partners text. You can just say like, we are available on the following sites. That could be acceptable. So let's scroll down, guys. And of course, here are the frequently asked questions, okay? In general, about the Wolf Swap and other ones right here. And the rest of the resources. And of course, you could join their Twitter and Telegram if you want to stay updated regarding their latest developments and other activities. If you want to mint your NFT, so I'm just going to show you. So this is how it looks like. As of today, the number of NFTs that were minted out of 500 is now at 133. So if you want to mint, so it's totally up to you. But first, you have to connect your wallet. So make sure that you have your MetaMask installed. Now let's go to their DApp just to show you how it looks like. So since we are no stranger when it comes to decentralized finance, how LP farm works, staking or so, I'm just showing you everything right here, It's just that they have a fancy design, that's all. But the functions would remain the same under the Howl Finance brand, okay? So you just have to connect your wallet, make sure that you have your MetaMask installed. If you want to go for this LP farm, and when it comes to the staking, so you could choose your staking plan right here, such as the beta pool, the alpha pool, and the sigma pool. You could see their estimated APY right here, and you could enter their pools if you really wanted to be part of their staking program. And when it comes to their Wolf Swap, so this is their DEX. So it's just a fancy design. The functions would remain the same, just like in PancakeSwap, Uniswap, and so on. So no need to explain how DEX works. So let's check out the NFT rarity tool. So you could see right here the green wolves. So you could search by ID, and you could see right here total of them will be 500. And of course, you could see their ranks. So if you want to check it out individually, so you could click right here. For example, wolves number 389. So you could see its rarity score and the other stats, okay? And for their matrix, So this is what we call the trait type matrix. So you could see their background and of course their base, the eyes, the scar, and the tooth, for each NFT. So for the portfolio, all you have to do is to connect your MetaMask or to watch any wallet. And of course, what about the software as a service of Howl Finance? So I've already explained to you about the definition of it, for the Howl Finance software as a service. You just have to fill out the form right here, and then you can choose either like a swap or something like that, and then add your answer here. Then you just have to comply. I'm not a robot, and click apply. If you don't know how this works and additional inquiries, so you just have to go to their official Telegram group. So once again, guys, this is just a non-biased overview of mine regarding Howl Finance, especially the fact that their team is anonymous, and and some stuff that they need to adjust, like the partner section that doesn't exist. So they just have to correct that. Despite that they are being KYC'd and audited, it doesn't mean that they are 100% legit, because anything could happen without warning. This space is unpredictable. We just don't know what would happen next. So we just have to be very extra careful when we are going to participate in DeFi projects like this. This is just pure information to you guys, okay? But if you want to try it out, that's on you already. Your money, your decision, your risk, your responsibility. Especially if either you're going to mint NFT, participate in the fair launch, or both. So I cannot say anything for now regarding Howl Finance. I am not supporting nor against it, so I just remain neutral as of now, because we just simply don't know what would happen next. So always do your own research and only put an amount that you can afford to lose, and exercise risk management, because there are no promises or guarantees right here in Howl Finance, because they are just one of the tokens that are still subject to market conditions and volatility. So there you have it, guys. At least I have shared to you regarding Howl Finance, especially its decentralized app and its features. So if you want to dig deeper about it, I provided all of the source links right here on my YouTube description. So once again, this video is only intended for educational and informative purposes. So I am not an endorser of this project, nor being an ambassador, and also not part of their team. So this video is only intended for educational and informative purposes. So kindly acknowledge the disclaimer that I have right here in this video and in the description. So if you think that this video is so helpful and valuable to you, kindly don't hesitate or think twice in sharing this to your crypto and non-crypto friends out there, especially those who are so enthusiastic about decentralized finance and so much more. So guys, I have a question for you. Did you enjoy watching this video? Have you learned something, and is this quite helpful and valuable to you? And what do you think about it? Just let me know right here in the comment section. So once again, this is Nomad Fury, and I'll see you all on my next video.